So, you're thinking about your career in the age of AI. You're probably wondering what's safe, what's not, and where the real money's going to be. Well, you are asking all the right questions. Today, we're diving into the 6 highest-paying skills that aren't just surviving, they're set to absolutely boom over the next decade. Let's get right into it.
All right, let's just cut straight to it. Is AI a threat to your job? I mean, this is the question, right? It's what everyone is thinking about, and honestly, that anxiety is totally normal. You see these crazy demos, you read the headlines, and you can't help but think, wait a minute, is a robot about to take my job? And let's be real, you're not wrong to be concerned. A lot of jobs, especially the ones that are super repetitive, they are going to fade away. But, and this is the important part, the future isn't about being scared of AI. It's about understanding where human value is actually going. And that brings us to what might be the single most important idea we're going to talk about today, the new winning mindset. This is a complete shift in how you have to think about your skills and your career from now on.
See, the old way of thinking was trying to compete with AI, doing repetitive stuff a little bit faster or a little bit cheaper. That is a game you are going to lose every single time. The new mindset, it's all about leveraging AI. Your job is to focus on skills like direction, judgment, and solving really complex problems. These are all things AI can help with, but it can't lead. You want to be the pilot, not the engine.
Okay, so let's kick off our list, counting up from number 6, the creative director. Now, I'm not talking about the person who just types a few words into an AI image generator. No. This is the person with the vision, the taste, and that human touch to guide these incredibly powerful tools to make something that actually connects with people on an emotional level.
And the reward for that? It's pretty significant. We're looking at a solid 6-figure salary right out of the gate. The learning curve is medium? Sure. But what's really interesting is that the competition is also just medium. And why is that? It's because most people are still stuck in that old way of thinking. They're focused on doing the task, not on setting the direction. This quote just nails it. Your value doesn't come from doing the work anymore, it comes from directing the entire strategy. You're the one who blends a creative vision with a deep understanding of what makes people tick. And that is something AI simply cannot copy.
All right, moving on to skill number 5, and you'll see how these build on each other, the data analyst. Right now, every company on the planet is basically drowning in data. They are desperate for people who can look at all that noise and find the one clear signal that tells them what to do next. And again, we're talking about a really strong 6-figure salary. Now, you'll notice the competition here is high, but the job itself is incredibly safe for the long haul. And why is that? Well, think about it. As the amount of data just keeps exploding, the need for human judgment to make sense of it all, that grows right alongside it. This says everything you need to know. Sure, AI can crunch numbers faster than any human, but it has no business context. It can't ask the right questions. It doesn't understand the real-world trade-offs. A great data analyst is the translator who turns those raw numbers into smart, profitable decisions. Up next, at number 4, we've got the protectors, cybersecurity specialists. As AI gets more powerful, it helps the good guys, but it also helps the bad guys. These specialists are basically the digital bodyguards that every single company needs just to stay in business. Now, you got to check out these numbers. The salary jumps up, heading towards $140K. But here is the real story. Yeah, the learning curve is high, it's a tough field, but the competition is low. This is a massive opportunity that so many people miss because they're chasing the shinier, more creative-sounding jobs. And this quote is just perfect. Look, this work might not seem as glamorous as being a creative director, but protecting a company's data, their secrets, their customer information, that is absolutely non-negotiable. In a world where digital threats are getting crazier by the day, this skill is basically priceless.
All right, at number 3, we're shifting from the digital world into the physical one with the robotics engineer. These are the folks who are actually building the machines that will do everything from packing your Amazon boxes to maybe one day even loading your dishwasher.
The money here is huge, starting around $115K and just going up and up. It is a high learning curve, you can't fake it, you probably need a degree. But as the cost of human labor keeps rising, the demand to automate physical tasks is just going to explode, pushing the need for this skill through the absolute roof. And here's exactly why this skill is so incredibly safe. It's not just about writing code. It's about making that code work in the messy, unpredictable, physical world. That combination of hardware and software is super complex,
and really, really hard to just automate away.
Coming in hot at number 2 is the full-stack software engineer. But listen, this is not about just banging out lines of code anymore. AI is actually getting pretty good at that. This is about being the architect who designs the entire system, the security, the database, how it's all going to scale, the whole foundation.
And the salary totally reflects this incredible value. We're talking an easy $160K and way, way beyond. But the really mind-blowing part is the leverage. A single great full-stack engineer, armed with today's AI tools, can do what it used to take a whole team of 10 people to do. The impact one person can have is just massive.
And that's the bottom line, right? Companies are starving for people who can direct AI to build things that are robust, that are secure, and that can grow. This job isn't about writing code anymore. It's about architecting value. And that's a skill that will always, always be in high demand.
And that brings us to the number 1, the absolute most future-proof, high-income skill you can have, the AI and machine learning specialist. You know, if you want to make absolutely sure that AI doesn't replace your job, well, then you should probably be the one building the AI. This is the person in the driver's seat of this entire revolution. I mean, just get a load of these metrics. The salary starts at $130K and can launch into the stratosphere from there. Yes, the learning curve is really high, absolutely, but look at the competition, incredibly low. There is a gigantic talent shortage for people who can actually build and innovate at this level. I love this metaphor. It just perfectly explains the difference. See, most people are learning how to follow the recipes, prompting ChatGPT, using the existing tools, but the AI specialist, they're like the master chef, inventing entirely new kinds of food. They're building the models and the systems that solve problems nobody even knew how to tackle before.
So after all that, what's your path forward? Well, it boils down to 3 things. First, always remember, partner with AI, don't compete with it. Second, pick a path that actually fits who you are. Are you a creative director, a logical analyst? Are you a protector, or are you a builder? And finally, you have to commit to learning, always. This isn't just a phase, this is the new reality.
These 6 skills, they represent an incredible chance to build not just a high income, but a career that's durable and really meaningful. The tools are here, the paths are becoming clearer every day. So the only real question left is the one you see right here. Which future will you build?